Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. Usually, in our podcast, we cover such topics as our product, our platform, license, etc. But once I received a very valuable feedback that we don't talk enough about our team, and we have very strong team, and we have a lot of things to be proud of about. So today we have a very special episode where we will have a chance to meet our CEO, a co-founder of Indemo, Sergejs, and get to know him a bit more on a personal level.
Hi, folks. Hi, Indemo community. I'm glad to meet you once again in Investment Democracy Talks episode. And Daini, today I'm ready to go through your X-ray and tell you what you would like to ask me. So let's roll in.
Perfect. You know, Sergejs, I know you for about already 2 years, but I never asked you. You have a legal background. How did you end up in that field?
Well, yeah, good question. I would try to tell some funny joke about how we did to this career. But so in my case, it was quite a logical decision during my school time and university, like school time. I was like quite active in school community, so I was organizing different things and different activities. I was like leading different groups in school. So basically, like for me, the career of lawyer was logical step, and I suppose in like around like and when I was like 12 or 14, I was like fully like committed to go to for my legal studies. And like the funny thing that I asked Santa Christmas present when I was 10 to present me the criminal code as a Christmas gift. So finally, by the destiny, I didn't end up as a criminal lawyer. I'm commercial lawyer now. I'm businessman. I'm leading the Indemo, but still the grounds were out there.
But did the Santa bring you the present of criminal code?
Yeah. I have the criminal code. I hope I think it is somewhere in my bookshelf. I remember it was like release date like 1998 or something. Like it was still part of USSR criminal code enclosed into that edition.
Yeah, I think 90s were the golden times for criminal codes.
Yeah, for sure. In our region, indeed, and I remember there was some article. The criminal punished offense was like teaching karate. So guys, beware. Karate can lead you to the criminal offense. Yeah, but without the jokes, it was like my committed decision, and I went to legal studies after that.
Interesting. Well, from my side, I can say with confidence you're basically a heavyweight in the world of investment services law in Riga. But in my experience, lawyers are usually very conservative and not business-minded. And actually, in my experience, they have ruined a lot of business cases for me, you know. Would you share, please, what drove you to get out of your comfort zone and take such a challenging spin in your career, which is requires a bit different of mindset?
Well, yes and no. So I would say I was glad that I get into the shoes of commercial lawyer. So even I was investment services regulatory lawyer from the very beginning of my career. So when you're like in investment services and you're a regulatory lawyer out there, then you sit at the same bench with other stakeholders in the business where you work. So you work together with compliance people, with risk people, with business development, sales, and other guys. So you're not excluded from other processes. But of course, at one point, for me personally, it was a decision. I would say it was like conflict of interest, personal conflict of interest, where you need to choose what mindset you choose. Either you are still lawyer, and for lawyer, indeed, the mindset is still conservative, or you are for the business. So it was a time for me to choose which side of the force you are. So dark or light, so I choose the business one, not naming which side it is. But like after that decision, when I decided to go for becoming the entrepreneur, starting our common project, of course, for me it was mixed feeling, because at the start I was thinking that I could lose some skills being the lawyer, and then will not gain them at once if I decide to come back to this career. But now I'm fine and I'm happy what I'm doing.
And how did your family react when you decided to jump into the startup world, which is more hectic and more challenging, long working hours, etc.?
Well, I suppose we are like together with my family. I mean, with my wife, we are for almost 15 years together, and we are feeling each other quite well. And like I'm happy here, and for her, for my wife, my like any my decision which makes me lucky and satisfied is also like positive or logical decision for her, so she accepted well. She told Sergey like what you want in your life, make it and be happy. So from her I got all the support and all the things.
I'm glad to hear that you have such a supportive teammate
Yeah,
home.
it is, yeah.
All right. Could you please share what it actually means to be a startup CEO? Could you please share your insights? Maybe say what were your expectations? What it means to be CEO, and what was the reality?
Yeah. Well, when I'm driving home in late evenings, usually I am thinking that I am like proper teacher in the kindergarten. So yeah, but of course, without the jokes, being the CEO of fintech is the guy who is coordinating, I would say, external and internal processes. Make sure that your team is focused, motivated, equity investors are happy, your watchdog regulator is satisfied, and during all these processes, you properly execute the development strategy of the company you are leading.
All right. And as CEO, you have loads of responsibility in front of the employees, investors, regulator, the huge community we have, right? So my question is, how do you recharge your batteries? Because it must take away all of your energy, and you need to keep it up in order to keep your the coworkers' motivation up and be the light of energy light, Duracell in the team.
Yeah, completely agree. Because you cannot be. It's like being the sad CEO. It's like being a sad clown in the circus. So it's like the parallel. I mean, so of course, I'm quite emotional person. You know me personally well, but of course, you cannot show your emotions, especially the negative one, to your team, to your like to stakeholders, to your partners, because like you should be like energized and motivated. So it's the rule, because the worst I would say mistakes are made if the lead or leader of the company is said in like not motivated, because it makes like or the business to like put in ruins very fast. So yeah, I'm using different strategies to recharge my batteries. It's not something new. Probably all of us are using some techniques. I'm not going to the, I don't know, Peruvian mountains to look on the volcanoes, of course. But yeah, so like easy things. I would say I will mention three of them. One is to trying to use or being like as much as possible on the fresh air, especially in a good time of the year. I mean, when the weather allows you to be while doing the outdoor activities, so jogging, bicycle, etc. Second, of course, adding the physical activity during your daily routine. So currently I'm doing physical activity 3 times per week, and my my New Year resolution, New Year is approaching, is adding 5 times per week. Currently, I started playing tennis in the summer. So for me, it's big challenge because it's like I started from the ground zero. But from for the tennis is good sport to start because you should mix two things. One is you should be in a great physical condition to be to be in shape to play, and the other, of course, also during that sport, your brain should work it's great, mix of physical and mental thing. And of course, you like met nice people. Maybe you could met the people who you didn't met for a while. You could chat with them during your play, and it's perfect. And the third point, I would say, for me, it's I try to visit we are based in Riga, which is not a big city, So for me, the energy boosts comes from the big cities. I used to go to big cities. I mean, cities where is like more than 5 million population, and mix work and free time. Just have a walk around the city, enjoy, look at
Workation.
workation, yeah, and such like big cities, crowds, activities out there give you a boost of energy. You like come to Riga energized, and you're ready to go full speed.
All right, so let's make a short review. Lots of fresh air, physical activities. Are we talking mostly? You mentioned tennis. Are we talking mostly about cardio or also physical activities, like strength activities? I mean.
Well, it's mix of. You should like make like yeah. I hope it's not a sport podcast today, but yeah. If you ask me, then of course it's mix of cardio and the strengths trainings. Yeah.
Okay, and third one is the big cities where you get the
Yeah,
energy.
correct.
On the same page with you. In the big cities, I love to go to the rooftop and see just this amazing city. Like when it's usually, I love to see the skyline, and there is some magical about it. I get the energy. I cannot describe it.
Correct. Yeah. Last visit to Madrid was a great boost for me when, like, as our listeners knows, that we were participating in NPL Iberia event 2023, and yeah, we went to Madrid. So Madrid is good, one of the good like cities where to go and get the boost of energy, because it's like big and powerful city, and it's place of our product, from
Yes,
where the product is coming.
correct. And in the business, there's always ups and downs. And when there are downs, I believe, or true characters come out. And how do you navigate the team and yourself during downtimes in order to keep up the motivation of the team?
Well, I would say there will be no like receipt, but I would say like the downturn, or like let's look into that question, like if you are navigating or you're mastering the ship. So if you're on the ship together with your team, with your crew, then if the storms come, like you could not influence or like avoid the storm. It will come. So if you're master of the ship, which goes to the storm, you like your main task is to prepare your ship for the storm, or we could call it to prepare it for the force majeure circumstances in advance. So what is like prepare everything in the harbor, and to teach your crew follow the strict instructions, because the biggest mistake in a storm, or like in a force majeure, is panics and emotions. You like cannot allow them to come out. And for myself, being in the financial services world since 2009, I saw like a dozen of different like economical downturns, was like global or local. And I saw many ships which were wrecked during the time because they were not duly prepared or emotion took place on the deck. So if we speak about Indemo, then I trust, and I'm happy that we have like so experienced, seasoned co-founders together with me, and also highly experienced operational team. So in my view, our ship is in good and professional hands, and we are well prepared to go through the storm, which like it's like it will come sooner or later.
Great. All right. And since we are talking about business challenges, what are the personal challenges do you face every day?
Yeah, good question. Thanks, Dennis. So, well, for being the CEO and manager of the fintech, I'm like I suppose usually for any of my colleagues who work in that position, the work-life balance matters. So I would like to say big thank you and to like give a big respect to all families like of technology and fintech CEOs. You really like usually you're really missing your fathers or your mothers, your wives or your husbands. Because when you're CEO, you don't have a fixed time. You are like working over the clock, and you wake up with some ideas, you go sleep elaborating and solving some challenges and then some tasks. You're getting the calls when you're on running trail and you're having late evening dinners with your partners. And at that time, how sad it is, your family is waiting for you at home. But it is our choice.
All right. I will also thank then Sergey's wife that she's very supportive,
Yeah, Dennis, like you're true.
Yeah.
It is so.
Yeah. And I'm happy that you're willing to pay the price because we are in a phase where we need to put the gas pedal down to the ground and
Use the opportunity which
use
we
the
have.
opportunity, squeeze every moment we have. Especially now, it's very important.
Correct.
All right, but let's talk about your personal motivation. What actually drives you to pay, as you said, with the long hours, to pay with time you miss with your family? Is it your leadership role? Is it your financial metrics, or what is your personal main driver? Which drove you to be where you are now?
Good question, especially during the holiday season approaching us. You will speak about the money because we are in financial services world and investment services world. I would say that for me personally, money is just like its instrument. It's instrument to to get to some results or assess some results. We usually speak with our co-founders, with my partners, about other thing, which is like quality of life or lifestyle. And asking us question, does amount X or Z will make you happier? Probably not. But it can influence the quality of your life and what you are doing. So I would say for me it's more important the team with whom you're spending long hours, who you met each day, and people you love, who motivate you. It's more like just an amount, just like a money, and also of course inspiration comes from added value products which we are creating and then giving to the customers. Other thing, which I would like to say here, of course, still it's about the money, and The place is like Indemo is a place where the people, both like all the partners, I mean our customers, us as a platform, and our cooperation partners, we all earn money. And here we should think about that there are like people, other people which lives together with us. I mean, in the same society, which for some other reason needs some financial help. So something that like next year is our priority and which will be added to the platform. Of course, it will be the charity projects. So like each investor and each customer, including like the company itself, I mean, Zindimo will be able like share our profits which we earn with the people who need the money at that particular time, either it's health or other projects. So I suppose it will make like synergy with the business we are making and then balancing the things on the ground.
Just to summarize, then basically X amount of money doesn't, it brings you maximum pleasure, and additional funding is not that important. But for you, it's more important to have right people around you with whom you enjoy and develop a product.
Completely, yeah.
Great. So that was our last question of this Christmas Eve podcast.
So I suppose it's time to celebrate and greet our clients and community. Dear customers, dear Indemo community, considering that we are approaching year end and the holiday season is coming, I would like to use this opportunity for greeting you with coming holidays. To say big thank you for being our Indemo community members. For us, the year 2023 is coming to the history because it was the first year of operations. We went live and provided you ability to invest in revolutionary discounted debt investments. But of course, first of all, we would like to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and of course, we wish you great and financially prosper year 2024. Daini?
Thank you for your trust. I wish you Merry Christmas, great returns, and happy investing. Cheers.
Cheers! Saludo!
Prieka.
Prost!